Well, let's get some analysis now with Alexey Muraviev from Perth in Australia. He's an Associate Professor of National Security and Strategic Studies at Curtin University. Good to have you back on the program, Professor. Can I start by asking you about Russia's claim that it's captured the strategic port city of Mariupol? We know it's come under heavy bombardment for weeks now. Do you believe it's now under Russian control? And why is Mariupol so important to Moscow?
Well, I don't believe that the Russians actually made this claim. Certainly, Russia's Ministry of Foreign of Defense hasn't concurred that it has full control of Mariupol. The latest that I've seen was a confirmation that the Russians control the seaport of the city, but the fighting continues in the industrial area of Mariupol, where the remains of the Ukrainian garrison dug themselves in. It's a city inside the city. It has massive underground structure, and it will take a lot of time for the Russians to get the resistance out of that segment. But for the rest of Mariupol, it's certainly under Russia's control. The Russians installed their local administration. They're opening new police stations there. They are reopening the hospitals. They're trying to get the city back on its feet under its own rule, but it's still a battle zone. The reason why it's so important is because Mariupol is one of Ukraine's largest seaports, and it's certainly one of the major industrial centers. So the capture of Mariupol means that Ukraine has one fewer seaport to interact with the outside world, and it will have a massive, if not severe, blow on Ukraine's export capacity as well.
Now, Ukraine and its Western allies are continuing to warn of a Russian offensive in the east of Ukraine. Do you believe that that will actually happen? And what would Moscow's goal be in terms of capturing the Donbas region?
The Russians don't have a choice, because that's part of their declared strategy. When Putin declared war on Ukraine without declaring formal war on Ukraine, he effectively stated that part of the objective is to so-called liberate the Donbas region, Donetsk and Luhansk region, restore them within the administrative boundaries, but also to create a buffer zone, a safe zone. So to achieve those objectives, the Russians have to control at least eastern part of Ukraine to the east of the Dnieper River in order to create that buffer zone and to obviously achieve their set objectives. And also, they need to turn the tide of this war by gaining a significant military victory. Right now, the Ukrainian military gathered the most capable units in the Donbas region in eastern Ukraine, because both sides understand that the battle for Donbas, the battle for eastern Ukraine, will predetermine the outcome of this war. Should the Russians be successful in defeating, either by encirclement or by forcing them into surrender or by completely destroying those elements, that would be a massive, if not catastrophic, blow to the Ukrainian military. Yes, they have more manpower, they can form new units, and they have been doing this in central and western parts of Ukraine, but Ukrainians are desperate for heavy munitions, heavy armaments, because the Russians have been very successful in knocking out Ukraine's air power, air defense, armored capability. Hence, Ukraine's President Zelensky pledged to the West to provide Ukraine with much-needed guns, artillery, air defense capability, tanks, armored personnel carriers, aircraft, everything that Ukraine severely lacks right now.
Okay, Alexey Muraviev, we will have to leave it there, but thank you as always for joining us on the program. We appreciate it.